So, another week in jump space begins. So, this is why I would always prefer to spend the time between sessions in jump space. What I was hoping we could do here is just do a little bit of recap. Where you guys have been, what you've done, what you've seen, what you know, anything that's been on your mind. So, you guys woke up in bunks. Don't know who you are. Don't know what you're doing here. You talk to Jax about it. Jax says, you guys signed up for this. Why did you sign up for it?
He doesn't know.
But the usual reasons would include or have to do with
something like, well, what he said in our past that's so terrible that we don't want a fresh start. We're willing to give up our identity, our memories.
Or something painful happened that we want to forget.
Yeah.
Or maybe we'd done something
Yeah.
and we were either going to have to go to jail or do this.
Yeah. And then what happened?
Didn't we get a distress signal? And then we went down to the... Well, and we saw what looked like a pirate ship out there that decimated some other ship.
Yeah, do you remember the warning that he gave you? That Jax gave you?
No.
Yeah, he said that the other ship must have tried to run. And the pirates won't let you run. They'd rather just blow you out of space. So yeah, you responded to a distress signal. What did you guys do about that?
We helped some family farm.
No?
The ginormous pig.
Yeah. Yeah.
The
Big giant pig, yep. Hira even analyzed some of the pig drool.
Yeah.
Looking for the sickness that's on their planet. You just had to do some pinpricks to get some blood, and Eric made the joke about you'll have to do a hoof prick for the pig. And what happened then?
They took off and invited us to come when they get settled if we're going to the same place they're going to be.
Yeah, y'all come see us on Dalla. I believe he said we'll throw you a shindig. Yeah, and then you guys went to Dalla. What happened? Oh, we forgot to talk about what skills you're training for the jump week.
Oh.
Okay, so now that we've got that out of the way, what else was? What else have you guys done? You ended up going to Dalla. You spent the jump week on the way to Dalla.
Oh yeah.
And then,
We met the port guy.
yeah, how's your port t-shirt guy?
We beat up people.
Oh, right, you got in
guys.
that fight. Those three guys tried to jump you.
And yeah,
We tried to find info on
and the
Doulos.
EXO.
Yeah, well, and you tried to find info on brainwater, but you don't know the actual chemical name of it or whatever. You just know that they call it brainwater.
Did you ever run those tests?
I'm waiting until
Brain
I have
H2O.
money.
Oh, right.
Brain H2O.
Yeah, well, it's probably more complicated than that. So we're going to say that a couple of days have passed, okay, in this jump week. So I'm wondering where you guys spend a lot of your time during this week. I mean, obviously you do have jobs to do, but are you the type that spends most of your time doing your job? Or, I mean, obviously you've got the things you're training, the things you're studying. Has anybody discovered a particular diversion that they enjoy aboard this ship or anything?
I have a question. So in the galley lounge, how Hero was doing that run. So that's kind of like a virtual thing.
Mm-hmm.
So what other things could there be on it?
You tell me.
Oh. Ooh.
Yeah,
Explosive string.
it's a story we're all writing together.
It is a battle thing where you only have guns and explosives.
Is it
So
like-
you try to survive in a jungle.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Is it like a kind of different than like the Star Trek holodeck, but it's like comparable where you can kind of
Yes. Well, I would say that there's going to be like preloaded diversions on it. No, you're not going to be able to say, show me the Cafe Montmartre the way that it appeared 20 years ago and blah, blah, blah. No, there are certain games and programs loaded onto it.
okay.
So, boy, jungle survival scenario, that sounds like that'd be a pretty good one.
With evil tribe people.
With evil what?
People that
Tribe
tribe
people.
people.
Tribal.
Yeah, okay. All right. Yeah, that'd be a good diversion. As a matter of fact, we'll go ahead and say that you've got the high score on that one.
Ooh.
Okay, you get to put your initials in. Although I guess that doesn't mean anything to someone your age, but
Yeah, just be.
your
We
top.
don't even have
yeah,
ones.
no,
Oh, yeah.
no, don't even have proper
And
initials.
then
Of
I'll
course,
be,
all
I'll say it's
three of
me.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'll pick
He'll take the credit for
BOSK.
So yeah, it's got leaderboards, and wow, you're at the top of the leaderboard. You've got 397 confirmed kills or something like that. What's some other stuff that might be on this thing? What are some other games or even various simulation things?
Racing games.
Racing, it's not bad. It's not bad,
Or even a flight
Sci-fi.
simulator.
right? Yeah.
In the racing game, do I also get my score?
Uh, would anybody else play so it's like you walk in one day, and we'll say we're on day 3 of the jump. And you walk in one day, and he's in there, and he's got the little terminals on his head, and he's got his eyes closed, and he's sitting there on a couch, and he's all, oh, like this, and you just kind of look, and what the heck are you doing, or something like that. Would anybody else enjoy playing a racing game and compete with his high score? You'd enjoy a racing game as well. Now, do you think it's a 2-player game where you guys both get to have a car?
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys might spend a lot of time kicking it on the couch. Now, we're talking there'd be a lot of other cars in the race as well, but 2 of them are controlled by you, although I'm sure you could set it to go head to head. But yeah, it's not like a Wii where you'd have props or anything. It's just like in your mind you'd see the wheels, so you'd reach out, and it's not even like well, I don't know. Maybe you can even feel a wheel, like there's actually a wheel in your hands. That would be interesting. So you want to have the high score on that game, but I bet you do too, huh? All right. Both of you do a D6, just a 1D6. We'll see who's got the high score on the racing game. Oh! Oh! 2 6s. All right, roll it again. Tiebreaker.
They're neck and neck.
I know, right?
Boss needs to bring these rules to the piloting.
4 and 6. All right, so he's also got the high score on the racing game. So it sounds like he pretty much dominates the game console thing. So, okay. So it sounds like you guys spend a lot of time at the Galley Lounge playing these games. Where do you guys spend a lot of time, you think?
I think I'd kind of keep to myself in engineering.
Okay.
Do my engineering tasks, do my studying there, and kind of.
So what about the ship, the
Black
feed
box.
monitor? You know?
Yeah, what about the feed monitor? I would see, I think I would want to make it a part of my engineering routine, or maybe I just spend a little bit each day kind of messing with that and seeing if,
And watching the door, hoping Jax doesn't walk in and
yeah,
catch you.
yeah.
So I have
But I'm recording it,
Mm-hmm.
so maybe, I wonder, is there a time where he's typically busy?
Okay, Jack spends a lot of time in his office. He spends a lot of time in the galley lounge watching movies. He does basically what you guys do. If you were to investigate the feed that you've been getting off the black box, you would see that he's just as bored as you guys are. You don't see anything insidious. Now, you probably wish you could see what it is he's typing on his computer.
Is there like does it can you like listen to the stuff he would say and stuff like that? Maybe like, so I remember that he liked to like listen to the space gossip or stuff, like the news stuff.
The radio, yeah.
So maybe we could listen to that, to what he says in his office too.
Yeah, okay. So, fair enough. So, as you listen to the feed, you do hear that when you guys aren't in jump space anyway, that he likes to kick it on the bridge at the comms terminal. I mean, have you ever owned a CB and listened to truckers talk? That's basically the kind of stuff that you hear, that you hear that he's been listening to. He does occasionally hear a rumor, because they're not all corporate people, so they discuss rumors about various supplies that can be picked up at one system or various needs that another system has. Somebody's talking about that they while they were on a particular planet, that they picked up like 10,000 credits worth of little geisha dolls with big heads that wobbled. And he says that people on Tarnak just love these, and I'm going to make my money back 10 times over. You hear things like that, people talking about their business, talking about that sort of stuff. Nothing particularly exciting, but I don't know, it might get your mind working about, wow, if I wasn't on a company ship, I could do some of this stuff.
So could you like listen to the stuff that happened in the past? Like if he was in office and like was saying something important about the company?
No, okay, so let's be clear. He's on the bridge and he's listening to the radio, but he's not really talking to the other people. He's just listening to their chatter. And as far as the past, well, you can only listen to what has been recorded since Bardack started recording.
Okay.
But as he listens to that stuff, since Jex isn't actually talking to them, it's mainly voyeurism squared, I guess. He sits around and listens, and now you're sitting around listening to him listening. That's kind of
very meta.
Yeah, very meta. Very meta. Okay, and Hira, where do you feel like you spend a lot of time?
Well, aside from this morning, because I was a little hungover from drinking, I'd probably do my morning run before I ate breakfast, after my brain water, of course.
Oh, and geez, we'll say it's day 4 by now of jump week.
I want to get to know Jex a little better.
Oh, yeah, I was going to suggest that because you said you might spend some time on the bridge watching the sensors and that sort of thing, so...